Women have been taught कि आप सामने से खुद कुछ मांग नहीं सकते.
In Gurudwara, a woman cannot think of any other man while she's marrying this man.
I think sacrifice is a key word in the lives of a homemaker.
Well, I think ये माँ का job ही है. I think mothers are, घर की मुर्गी दाल बराबर. But it's okay.
We need to start thinking that women are not just for pleasure.
I would apply 100 creams. I would have so much acne. I put myself through so much. I wouldn't want to leave home. I would just stay at home thinking that, oh, people just keep looking at my pimples and they talk. They don't look into my eyes.
For all the modernization I may have in me, mera dil hai Hindustani.
Being a woman, we're already superpowered.
Right.
It's there.
What does it mean to be a woman today?
It's an interesting time to be a woman today. Every woman has her own individual journey, but I think it's an interesting time because of the fact that there's an environment where women around the world are banding together and for each other. It's probably the first time in my lifetime that I am seeing all of these women come together and encourage each other, and to see men around them, the incredible feminist men who stand for these women.
I think sacrifice is a key word in the lives of a homemaker. So many women
Right.
put their own dreams.
Right.
They put their dreams, they forget their dreams, they put it all behind them.
Chandrika from Mangalore, India, what would be your one superpower? So if you could possibly have one superpower, what possibly you can...
I do.
Being a mother.
I'm a woman. I'm a woman. So that is, it's all encompassing. I'm telling you.
Right.
There is super mom, super daughter, super wife, super woman on a daily basis on every level. Homemaker, professional, the works. I'm
Right.
telling you, being a woman, we're already superpowered.
Right.
It's there.
Historically, women have been taught कि आप सामने से खुद कुछ मांग नहीं सकते. Or you cannot have your own dreams and expectations from life, from your relationships. So if you have to get it, you have to manipulate so we use all sorts of tactics. Over time, we've had to do that. But today, like I said, when you're given those equal opportunities, when merit can get you ahead in life, there is less need to negotiate in those ways. But I'm still talking about a small percentage of women.
You earn a lot of respect and admiration when you said no to a fairness cream ad that was worth 2 crore rupees, and all across the world, people have really been talking about that. Now that is what is called actually standing up for what you believe in.
I think I've always been this very simple person. Money hasn't been something that I'm drawn to, but it's another personal choice, because I know friends who I cannot blame them for I can't blame anybody for their choices. But when you look at a greater population of people who are affected by few choices that we make, I think that's when I have to take a stand. I know friends and family who've always been compared and made to feel little less because of their skin color or those beauty standards that we've created in this society. And oh, why am I talking like it's a alien person? It's me. Even before Premam, I would apply 100 creams. I would have so much acne. I put myself through so much. I wouldn't want to leave home. I would just stay at home thinking that, oh, people just keep looking at my pimples and they talk. They don't look into my eyes. So I had problems about that. I had serious issues. But after Premam, they accepted me with all of that. They liked me more. And I saw how much it influenced children or the young teens, whoever felt that, oh, she's been liked though she has these on. So that made me feel a lot more powerful. So in that way, I was glad that they were able to connect to me, and I wanted to give back whatever they gave to me. They made me feel confident about myself, and I think in return it was my duty to not influence, but at least make them feel like they're not alone in this.
Today's generation definitely wants to live by their own rules and their own choices, and that should be given. Everyone has the right to live their life the way they want, and there are bigger muddas which need a lot more attention, you know, like employment, like education, like women empowerment in general, like equality in general. So I feel वो मुद्दे जो हैं उन पे कभी-कभी light नहीं जाती है.
I was shaken up by the fact that my own community feels that in Gurdwara a woman cannot think of any other man while she is marrying this man. Who gave you the authority to decide what a woman will think at any place? How are you controlling what people are thinking inside a Gurdwara? Like what kind of rule? I'm born and brought up in this religion. I'm extremely proud of it. I probably know about it much more than a lot of their standing because I've studied it in my school. And dare not they come and tell me that I am not the good Sikh or the Sikh at first place. Dare not. Otherwise, I'll start challenging. Just because you have this whole facade of we are those torch bearers of the religion and all that, you want to just go to extreme ways to show your so-called love for the religion doesn't make you any better Sikh than me. So it was really disheartening. Smoking and all was probably something would have been chopped off. It doesn't really make much of a difference. But what really blew my fuse was that how dare they tell me that a woman will not think this.
I think the effort will always be we've made a female-centric film. We made Bobby Jasus. And the effort is to tell quality stories, really. It doesn't matter who's at the helm of the story, whether man or woman. The point is to tell good stories. And I always say this, that I've never been caught up in this mixed idea of I'm an actor. I want to act in films that I can respect and work in an environment that I respect and I love. And it doesn't matter whether it's main lead or it's centered around me or not. All those things don't matter.
What is it about saris that goes so well with you? Even Laga Laga, I think you wore a sari, and I think the way you carry it off, I think is simply sensational.
Thank you. I think the saris factor is that for all the modernization I may have in me, mera dil hai Hindustani. When I get into a sari, I feel like the perfect embodiment of a woman. There is a grace attached to it that no other attire in the world has.
It's high time that we live in a nation where we start defending the women that we are living in. And as men, the men in the country need to change their mindset towards women, I think that's very, very important, where we need to start thinking that women are not just for pleasure or for sex or for taking care of the kitchen. We are human beings as much as men are. And I think that mindset which has been set into the heads of people in India for so many years, that needs to start changing with education, with awareness, and people need to just stand up for the females in this country.
What, according to you, is the biggest myth about women amidst men?
That we are not equal.
We generally judge women, generally judge women ke bhaiya agar daru pee rahi hai to, it's like that's considered to be a complete no-no. But let's go beyond that.
It overpowers all her virtues, unfortunately.
Yeah, exactly.
Because that becomes your focus, and the rest that she's about takes a back seat. And that is what needs to be changed.
Honestly, I feel that this is in a very weird way we have regressed as a society. In a very weird way, I feel that people in the 50s and 60s were not judged so much. Now it has literally become like, everything that you're doing is looked at with such minuteness and such barikgiri that, you have to, too critical and with too much of, everything is looked at with such a fine lens. And looked at, pondered, discussed, trolled, appreciated. That that I feel is one of the biggest steps against feminism, I would say.
एक ये हमेशा एक myth तो नहीं चलन था उस टाइम, but I think कि हमने वो practice break किया है कि यार women centric film content बहुत अच्छा होता है लेकिन चलती नहीं है, खुलती नहीं है. You know this. I mean, this is how trade has always felt, right? Women centric films don't bring the numbers. Max to max sleeper hit हो जाएगी. यार किसे लगा था these four girls will, give a smashing hit. I think it's so amazing. It's so hopeful. It's hope inspiring for actresses, na? कि अब हमारे लिए सच में लिमिटेशंस ब्रेक हो रही हैं.
Women empowerment is just to be able to be true to yourself. I think this is a great blurb. Okay, be true to yourself, be the real you, but does society actually permit us to be our real selves? So whatever it is that you choose to do, whether it is to be a CEO of a bank, whether it is to be a housewife, whether it is to be a character like Lily who's a bar dancer, whether you want to kind of embrace motherhood, whether you want to never have kids, just be yourself, sing your song, because you've got one life and eventually you got to live with yourself.
You see in families, if there's a boy and a girl and there are constraints where they don't have enough money to educate both.
Absolutely.
It's the boys who get educated, not the
Right.
girls. I think that needs to change, and not just the girls, but also the boys need to be educated, because that kind of brings in a respect for everyone around. That's what you're taught, and if this equation has to respect each other, the women and the men, then education is very, very necessary.
In a lot of ways, I feel a woman who is a homemaker, in a lot of ways, is what Padmavati is.
Right.
Mothers are very intuitive. Mothers have a kind of mental strength that most people in a home will not have.
Right.
She's sort of the fulcrum and the backbone of every family. A woman is, a mother is.
Right.
I think sacrifice is a key word in the lives of a homemaker. So many women
Right.
put their own dreams.
Right.
They put their dreams, they forget their dreams, they put it all behind them in order to be the backbone of somebody else's
Life. Right.
and somebody else's passion and somebody else's dream.
Ekta made a very important point at the promo launch, and she said that if the father does something for the kids, it's like as if ehsan kar diya, and if the mother does it, then wo to aapki zimmedari thi.
Yes.
So
So there's a
it's-
dialogue like that of mine also. Yes.
All right. Yes. There's a lot of inequality somehow, many a times, in the relationship.
Well, I think ये माँ का job ही है. I think mothers are, घर की मुर्गी दाल बराबर. But it's okay. I think for a mom, it is her pleasure to take care of her children and her home.
There is this dialogue in the Miss India promo where your adversary says that business is not meant for women, and you take it up as a challenge. So, how do you think one can possibly break this patriarchal mindset?
I think this is we're just trying to set an example here that women can become entrepreneurs. I think not just in terms of business. I think when it comes to any certain field, I think women can do everything.
What you brought up about social media is not negative comments that bother me, because opinions are opinions, but it's really more about safety, because I think India is not the safest place for women. So that women's safety is something that I keep reiterating again and again, because I believe in that. I'm a woman, I have sisters, I have a mom, we're all single women, and safety is a very, very big concern.